Alright, what's up, Team Wars viewers? Welcome back to another Team Wars cast. I have two elusive guests this time. We have Mazer and Decoy joining me. Feel free to say hello, guys.
Hello, I'm Decoy.
Yo, at this point, I think everyone knows who I am. Used to be called Bitmaxer, but retired that name.
Oh, are you claiming the original Min-Maxer?
No, that's Siban.
There's a whole history here that I'm not as familiar with, but that's why we have you two. Well, thanks for joining me today. So we have a couple hours of content to get through. If you guys have any introductions you want to say, feel free. Otherwise, we can get started.
I do have an introduction. We have a cast of a Duelyst historian and a Duelyst reporter.
This is a very rare occurrence and a real treat for the audience, surely.
Yeah. And what game are we casting?
Well, today we're going to be having you guys cast your team's game, the Lizard Lovers versus Humans. So, as always, I'll introduce the audience to the teams. We have Captain J for the Lizard Lovers, followed by Mazer himself, Solafid, Vladim, Wagnazak, and Faruka. On the side of humans, we have Captain Drago, followed by humans, Abracadani, Smarty, Nangert, and Mezel G. Alright, I gotta take a minute to load up decks, so you guys, do you have any insight on these teams you want to provide?
Before we start, I kind of have a disclaimer.
Excellent.
And a challenge, okay?
Oh, and a challenge.
So the disclaimer is that I didn't play in the match, but in order to get on the same mental level as my team and to understand them, I slept for 3 hours today, which should be about right. And the challenge is what I suggest Decoy, you and I do, and potentially also people in the chat could do. So when player one finishes his second turn, we need to say who do we think is going to win just based on the situation on the board in their hands, right? Make sense?
Okay.
Just the classic colors casting.
Player 1 second. Okay.
That does sound like Kolo's style. I'll leave it to you two to take things away. So we'll bring the decks on screen now. Feel free to share your thoughts, and then we'll move straight into the game.
I think maybe Jay played Songhai first to force them to play Lionel, like in the second game.
No, I don't think that's what happened. I think what happened is that there was a fight about what to send first and a lot of analysis, and in the end, we just decided to randomly send Songhai.
Okay.
I might be making this up, but that's probably the truth. Now, actually, the interesting part of this is the Manor deck, right? I think that's like Draggle's deck. And that sounds like something you would be an expert on, Decoy, just looking at the cards.
Yeah, I played it when, because Drago played this before Fenrir was nerfed. He had Razorback originally, but then he, like this version, he cut it for fucking Bezerise, I guess. And I think he usually doesn't play Avalanche, but he put it in he learned from Ghost Driver, I suppose. He put it as a one-off.
Yeah. So, can you kill Songhai with it? That's
sure. But you probably lose to Songhai, I guess. And you're completely fucked if you fall behind because you have no healing, right?
Yes, and he's also going second, right?
Yeah, just might as well concede.
And I don't need to wait until the end of the second turn. I think Songhai wins. just I don't need to wait that the game is over. Songhai wins. You heard it here first, guys. It's
Also, Jay,
funny.
he claims that like Lynx makes Songhai broken.
Well, Jay claims a lot of things, but wins isn't one of the things he claims, in Team Wars. So I wouldn't trust that too much. But like, I'm looking at the Songhai's hand, and then I'm looking at Wenner's hand, and they both help the same player. It's kind of interesting. Okay. Oh, yeah. So I am doubling down on my prediction.
Yeah.
Because that seems hyper over.
Classic Flame Blood against Songhai.
I think Flameblood is actually pretty fine against Songhai in my experience. It's just you don't open with it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, the more concerning part here is Snow Chaser. Because like Snow Chaser, if you can get it going, is really good against Songhai, right? But this Snow Chaser isn't going anywhere. So,
Yeah.
okay, let's do some complicated analysis. Actually, this is an interesting turn, right? Because do you inner focus? And if you do, what do you know?
Okay, so he kills the Flame Blood.
Yeah, this makes sense, actually. But what doesn't make as much sense to me is either focusing on Heartseeker.
Yeah.
Just because, like, if, for example, he only played, like, Heartseeker and Fox, like one Heartseeker, maybe it would have made some sense. But since he's dumping his hand anyways, he might as well inner focus the Fox. But I guess that's like a very minor decision which doesn't really matter. A very complicated turn. Do we replace Heaven's Eclipse or do we play it? Yes, so the way I see it, basically, Jay needs a Chankri, essentially. I think this game is kind of sealed.
But you need to play it out of hand, though, right? Because normally Chakri's not good against Spinner.
Yes, you need to play it out of hand, but basically what I'm saying is he has enough stuff to the point where the game would kind of go in the direction of where Venner is going to go down the hill. So then you just need one good combo. For that, you kind of need a Chankri. And I guess this is literally what he's going for. And now he's going to rope on attack. By the way, is this like real time? Any idea?
It's real time playback. It's a pre-recording.
Yeah, and I understand that it's pre-recorded. Just wondering if it's real time or not.
Yeah, it's real time.
Okay, then I'm waiting for the Rocket game so that I can take a break. Did I miss a lot in the first 10 minutes? You probably missed the challenge. So we're doing the challenge where by the end of the second turn of the first player, we need to decide who is going to win. And you can do the same, just post it in the chat. So for this game, I think we've decided that Snowflake is winning. Actually, straight out of the bat, we didn't even wait. So yeah, let's the thing you missed. Double Fenrir is a good card, but you still probably die.
Yeah. I think Drago's fucked here already.
Yeah, it's like if you were playing a different deck, I think he would have like had a chance. But because of the deck he plays, the only chance he has is to raise. That's probably not
Yeah.
going to work out. And actually, I think the game situation is such that Jay could even try removing the entire board and still probably win the game.
But I don't think you do that. Like with this hand, you just go face, right?
I mean, let's say if you're playing a game alone, you probably just go face. But if you have like 3 other clowns screaming in your ear, run things, you might actually clear here. So you always need to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I think they make like an amazing play-by-play caster pair, because I think we talk about anything other than the game itself. Okay, let's like I have like an extremely difficult idea, but how about we try thinking about the place? So you could go face, or you could go face, right? And I think Jay chose the former.
Maybe they know they don't. Drago doesn't run Razorback, so even if you don't clear, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't think you care even if he has Razorback. Because, like, if he plays Razorback and goes face, he dies next turn. Right?
Yeah.
Like, just imagine you can't see the Songhai hand, right? And you're just mana in this situation, and all you know is what you see on the board, and that your opponent has 6 cards, right? Like, no
Yeah.
way you go face. It's like you're dead. So you have to clear even if you have Razorback. That's kind of like the problem. I think you experience that a lot if you're playing in Angle Mirror. The person who gets ahead first is normally ahead all the time because they don't have to make hard decisions, right?
Yeah.
I know what's happening. And so I think he could technically survive. Okay, not anymore, I think. Right. Yeah, now he's Aaron to death. Okay, nice game. Now we can see Liner kill this Songhai deck.
Yeah.
And there is a thing I need to tell you about Lizard Lovers. We are extremely good at losing to Liner, specifically losing to Regalia.
Yeah, I saw the series last week. The draws were something else.
The draws were fine. It's just in some of them they were kind of weird, but it's just our decks, our meme, because they are made in a reality where Regalia doesn't exist.
Yeah. And I think Miz, he plays Regalia like every fucking week. It's
Yes.
the same deck.
And now we're seeing the deck, and it has triple Regalia. So I'm going to go even further than the last game. I don't even need to see turn 1. I can already tell you who wins. And that's not going to be Songhai. Oh, and he's going first as well. This is actually Colos casting.
Yeah. I think Miz, he cut something for Circle. I don't know what he cut. I saw he runs like 2 cliff. I don't know. Yeah. It's kind of weird.
He has 1 circle. And I think most of those decks don't run Circle right now. And actually, interesting replays. Very interesting replays. Because, like, I would have kept this hand as liner.
But do you replace Rejuve?
No. I mean, he had Healing Mystic and double Windblade.
Yeah. When he's mulliganing.
Yes, and he mulliganed Mystic and Windblade, and I would have actually kept the entire hand.
Oh, okay. But now do you replace Rejuve?
Yes, and I also have to say one thing. Maz deserves to lose this game.
Why? Because he didn't open, you know?
Yes, just so bad. So bad. Just unforgivable.
Do you think Light Chaser is good?
I think it's a liner card.
Okay. So it's like broken.
It has to be, otherwise it would be Vitruvian, right? Okay. And this is so confusing, and I actually kind of want to talk about this a bit. So, I'm like 95% sure that he mulliganed his starting hand, and now he's replacing the cards he got to get back his starting hand.
Yeah.
It's like so weird. Imagine if he actually kept his hand, like this would be insane. Yeah, but now instead he has to marshal them to 2-drop. And by the way, liner still wins. Just so that there is no confusion. Okay, so it's game 2, and I'm already triggered, which is good. Because that will help me to stay awake, right?
Yeah.
Okay, is there a playable turn here? I don't think so. I think this is like hyper screwed. And I'm actually curious if Mast is going to replace next turn.
I don't think you keep Rejuve, do you?
No, I would consider keeping the entire hand.
Okay.
Because, like, one of the ideas I always keep against Songhai is that if you have a certain amount of healing guaranteed, you can play in like a more risky way, right? Than if you don't know if you're going to get it or not. And I think this is what you could do here. Although Jay did a very good job of playing around Regalia.
Yeah.
But the problem Jay has is his hand size. So I think he just slammed the 4-drop here, Sunriser.
I remember Miz deck you used to have Dancing Blades in it. He doesn't have it.
Yeah, I guess makes sense. And another reason why Jay could have played like that. But like just every single turn from Mizilja I'm looking at, I need to remind myself that none of this had to happen because he could have kept 2-drops.
Yeah.
Okay, now another super complicated turn. Wait, does Jay run Mask?
No, he cut Mask for links. That's his thing.
Okay, so yeah, liner wins. And by the way, this is extremely funny because remember what I told like 5 minutes ago? That we are extremely good at losing to Regalia.
Yeah.
He's just going to drop his entire hand. to lose to Sunriser to Regalia. He's going to be at 13. Also, just kind of want to point out the positioning here, because, and my plan was to talk crap about my own team, but instead I guess I'm just criticizing Mizilja. But first of all, he would have stayed in the middle so that he can move his Light Chaser closer to the middle. And second, if he stays in the middle, he can't be hit by something standing on the mana tile. The second one isn't as important, because if he stayed in the middle, he wouldn't be able to block the mana tile from general work next to it. But still kind of think that's not great. Yeah, the Light Chaser part is more important because now it can't really reach anything. Oh, look, another Regalia. But can't actually really clear this thing, but I think you just take 8, right?
Yeah.
Or 6. That's like a better play, you know? No, it's like, you see, there are two angles to look at this turn. So one is that it's kind of a better play because you could have played Sunriser and it deals damage and puts more pressure. But it could also be psychological warfare because he might know that we lost to Regalia in the previous match. So he's just going to equip it to tilt us.
Okay. Okay.
So which one would you do?
I don't even play Sunriser, so
Okay.
I kind of rely on Regalia cheese when I play Lionel. Anyway. I also play Flame Blood at Lionel, so
That's smart.
yeah.
What is better, Flame Blood or Light Chaser?
Obviously Flame Blood. It's like best minion in the game.
Okay.
So he clears the ship.
Yeah, but here's something funny. Man, I'm just going to be like walking in the past all the time. So because of that play he did 2 turns ago where he didn't stay in the middle and had to put his Light Chaser away, now this Light Chaser was far away and it couldn't hit last turn and it can't hit this turn. And if it could hit this turn, it would have actually been lethal.
Yeah, it didn't do anything the whole game.
It's like, there is this phrase in the chat, of course, after being forced into a bad play, he draws the shroud he needed last turn. No, this is karma, because he wasn't forced into a bad play. He put himself in that position. He actually had everything he needed to not get into this situation. And he deliberately put himself into it. That's great. That's what we want to see. People do weird stuff and they get punished. But he's probably still going to win. Actually, you know, that's kind of funny because, like, if you're Mizilja, right, you're probably like really depressed because you look at the board state, you look at the card count, you look at your own health, and you feel like, oh, I threw like a freebie matchup, or maybe he thinks like Jay got lucky, whatever. But if you look at Jay's position, he's probably sitting here and being like, oh, damn, he's playing so poorly, but I have this stupid hand of all minions, and I'm not going to win. Actually,
Yeah, if he gets bounce, he kills him.
Yeah, one Jackson, he wins. Okay, so that was a mistake. He should have replaced the Chakra. And the reason why he should have replaced the Chakra is because he has 2 Chakras left in his deck, but only 1 Heartseeker left in his deck. So if you replace the Chakra, you have a better chance to get a spell, essentially.
Yeah.
And now this game is over. He's going to go first, right? With the board. He's good. And by the way, I just want to point out that this Light Chaser still cannot reach.
Ugh.
This game is actually really instructive. I thought we would get some memes where people just get ruffle stomped by the Gala, but this game is actually really instructive.
Yeah.
Because I think that one decision turned like a pre-win game into an almost lost game. Well, not one decision. There was another decision. The mulligan away with 2 drops. And this isn't actually little. And you know why?
Yeah, I wonder what happened.
Yeah. Imagine if you had like a 7 damage minion that could go to 11 damage this turn and it could like hit face or something. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, I have another like psychological question. How much time would you have spent on this turn?
I probably would have rolled and died.
Okay, that's an interesting approach. I just want to point something out, which is this Light Chaser isn't reaching next turn either.
I mean, at least it hit something.
Yes.
Chase one off right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, he replaces.
Well, yes. Because like what he needed is Heaven's Eclipse. Because he couldn't play those 2 cards. Because that would require him to walk forward essentially. Okay, because you need to drop some insight right now. Like, who is winning this match?
You need like what double ammo to kill him. No, that wouldn't. Still wouldn't. Plus a Tempest or some shit.
Yeah, but you don't have mana for it. Actually, you know what's interesting? The board didn't die last turn. Then double emo would have been little.
Yeah.
So, not only did the Light Chaser never hit the general, it also essentially prevented 1 more damage to the general. But yeah.
There's no way Jay kills him. Because he can't jocks any.
Yes, he can't win essentially. That's just the game is over. Like we can talk about I don't even know what. We can talk about frogs.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't have any frog subject. We can talk about how do you beat Lion?
Just play Lio yourself.
That's genius. That is actually genius.
I mean, if you're a vet, you can flip something. I don't know, like Obelisk or some shit. It's alright.
Yeah, I think like Liner, I think Liner is the worst faction to play Obelisks against. They're like still super RNG, but I feel like Obelisks lose specifically to early game pressure, and this is what Liner does. So I'm not that sure. But then again, if you're playing against Lioner who goes first, has a play, then I don't think it matters what you do.
Yeah. I know Jay thinks his Venom beats Lion.
Yes.
But if it goes second, you're still fucked, I think.
No, I think if you go second, you actually do have a chance because you get to giants faster, but still seems kind of meh. Because like one of the things Mana can actually do is like break turn 2. I know. It's just so the tension is so high. I can't even tell who's going to win this game.
Yeah. Exciting gameplay.
In my experience, Obelisks win or lose turn 2 against Lioner. After turn 2, the rest is kind of pointless. Well, minor correction: Obelisks win or lose turn 2 against anyone. You know,
Okay.
that kind of fits in our theme here. Yeah, what's the next deck? Exhibition. With Dark Transformation.
I think this is Bloodup's deck.
No, I don't think this is. Well, this is like a team deck, but it's mostly Magnus's deck, I think.
One
no,
of
it's
Crawler.
yes, one of Crawler. It's definitely not Blatten. I understand.
Yeah,
that
because
it's-
I know he plays fucking what's the name? Dark Terminus.
Yeah, I think the history behind this deck is that he played like his thing, and
Yeah.
then I think Wag kind of merged it with his own thing or something like that. Okay. So this game actually looks sober.
I
This
don't
is-
think Nova beats Lion, even without like dispels and shit.
I think it depends. I think Nova can beat, well, essentially anything. It depends. But so I don't think you can beat Liner without Grasp, actually.
Oh, interesting.
Because
Because famously, like Bloodum doesn't think Ross is good at all.
he says that. Actually, here's a fun story. So we play tested his deck. He was playing against Jay on Magma. And they played like, I don't know, like 6 games. In every single game, there would be a situation where there is just a gigantic grasp possible. And it's not possible because Blackman doesn't run. So we just trolled the hell out of him. Right? Because, if only he had a grasp back. But I think especially
Yeah.
against Lioner, also this game feels kind of lost, but this game is over. Sorry, but against Lioner, it's kind of the same thing as Bondswarm. It's really hard for Lioner to play around Bondswarm or Grasp.
Yeah.
And like one of the things you want to do as like Nova, or in general with like not hyper aggro Abyss Index, or even with like hyper aggro Abyss Index, you just want to get to 7 mana with decent health, right? And then you just win.
Yeah.
And Grasp is just stupidly good at helping with that. Because you just clear stuff.
And sometimes if you have Lure Grasp, it doesn't matter. Like you can be losing like 4 turns and you just come back into the game.
Yeah, but like one of the things with Grasp is that oftentimes they either need to play into it or they need to slow down, and kind of both things are fine for you, right?
Yeah.
And even if they slow down and play around it, then you do the Lure Grasp thing.
I think if it's aggro or fast cast, there's no way you don't play. But if it's like mid-range shit, I don't know. It's still good though.
Yeah. Like at the very least, you want them to think you have it, right?
Yeah.
Man, this is going to be the biggest tempest of my life. And I think Magnus has to hit here, and he's going to hit. Nice. But he's still going to lose. You know what I find funny? Like, White Pulse used to be a 5 health swing, right?
Yeah.
But now it isn't. But then there is Sandrop, which is a 5 health swing, which is also targetable.
Wait, did Pulse get nerfed or some shit? I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, Pulse got nerfed. That's the point. It used to be 5, like back in Duelyst 1 days. And then it got nerfed. Because it's not a liner card, you know. Can't be good. Why is Pulse not a 5 health swing? No, I think it's 2-2. Sorry, I might be.
No, it's 2-3 actually. Right now it's 2-3.
It's still because I might be going insane. It's just, and then I guess that's a spoiler. But I think every single patch we want to nerf it, and I guess maybe we still didn't. Is Pulse still 2-3?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Wait, for real? Like it's just every single time I go through design chat, there is like a plan to nerf White Pulse, but I guess that still hasn't happened. I don't know. I'm actually confused now. I thought it got nerfed.
It'll be funny though if they nerf Pulse and not Sandrop. Pretty retarded.
It would be a well-regarded change. We just need to see it played now. And by the way, this game is kind of not over now for Ambition, I think.
Yeah. Mess doesn't have super good play.
He just needs a hold emulation. It should be fairly easy, but doesn't seem to be there. I guess he already replaced, right? And wouldn't it be great to see replaces in the battle log? Which, by the way, was a feature in our Duelyst build. And
Okay.
you could also scroll the history, which was kind of cool. Because here you can't do that. Is he actually playing like that? Oh, it's... I guess he's scared of a Revenant.
Okay.
No, he's scared of a Revenant. That kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah.
This actually looks quite good for Ragnarok.
Do you replace one blade or no? You could do that, or just go full face. I guess.
Yeah, I think he replaced one blade. I don't think he should have replaced Blood here.
Because Blood to your Night Sorrow is too good against a lot of the things.
Okay, just play the Void Pulse. Come on, man. I need answers. Is it nerfed? Is it not nerfed? Is he going to keep it for Gale? Jesus Christ, that's...
Okay, so he plays both.
Yeah, it's so
It is
greedy.
healing. It is.
And it's dealing too. I guess we didn't nerf it. Sorry for spoilers, guys. So, the only way to lose this game, I think, Ragnarok now, is to never draw a 7-mana card.
Yeah, which is something Wag is really good at.
Yeah,
He's really good at not trying this thing.
it's amazing. Just not at the right things. It's just.
What do you
I
do
think.
here?
Yeah, I think as mouse you have to play Sunriser here. Because Ironcliff is just like ultimate YOLO play. Right? There
Yeah,
hasn't
there's
been.
no way you don't hold Knights all again this matchup. No way.
It's not just Knights, where like there hasn't been a single lure, right?
Yeah.
Nothing is out, and kind of you would hold at least something. So I think, like, on the one hand, Ironcliff is like super YOLO. On the other hand, Wagner's like is actually getting punished for his replaced last turn.
Yeah, he replaced the bot.
And he just replaced Dancing Blades, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why does he like? I'm 99% sure there is like a J whispering in his ear, and that's why he's making this weird stuff. Because like, why would you keep a blade all this time? Actually, throwing, I think. And he's going to play into Sunriser.
Yeah.
Just involving his stuff to make sure he does it right. Oh my. And this is just depressing.
Mess just plays his whole hand.
He can't. He needs 9 mana.
Okay.
I think he keep Martyrdom.
Yeah.
I guess he won't. This game is so full of just YOLO plays. I don't get it.
Because now if he Wag just plays a rev, it's fucked up.
Yes, it's just over. If there is a ref. Or even Nova, honestly. It's still good. Like, what I would have done is just block the Rejuvenator with a Mystic, right?
Yeah.
So that it can't hit a 3-5. Well, at least he plays around Nova. But... And I swear to God, he's going to play Blade, Healing Mystic, and Dark Transformation. And replace Blades again. I'm calling it right now. See, he wants to do... Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay, okay. I think he should be investigated for win trading.
Yeah, I think so. Like, the only way I can explain this is that he accepted the fact that he doesn't get Revenant. It's like
Okay,
the only reasoning
okay.
I could come up with. Like, nothing else comes to mind. What's funny, the Dancing Blades keep coming back.
Yeah, replay spot.
So this is how this game is going to end. Liner is going to play Regalia and
Yeah, lose the Regalia once again.
Yep. I guess I should have slept for 1 hour on this sandwich game. It was too much. Okay, playing around with Grasp. Heart.
Okay. He needs to have Ref Wipers here, otherwise he's just like, fuck you.
Just love. Just always feel. Maybe after this game, he should go to his deck and replace Dancing Blades.
I don't think this Nova deck won a single game. Like the whole team wars. It didn't win a single game.
It won like one. Yeah. At first, he planned to always lose, and his first like he would have deck names like 0-1 and counting, 0-2 and counting, but then he actually won a game. So we had to change the name. But yeah, the plan was that the deck would go like 0-7. That didn't happen.
Mess didn't replace you, right? There's no way you keep it without you. Maybe you do, I don't know. What do you do here?
No, you replace Silverguard just because you might get a lethal, right?
Yeah.
But I guess you need to really discuss that play. Where is he actually? I guess maybe he did replace.
He doesn't replace.
Did he replace? I need immediate assistance. Okay, so. Okay. Actually, this at least makes more sense. But then I would have still replaced. And he also played into Nova, but that's not super important.
Yeah.
So, who could have thought Lionel won? Totally unexpected. Okay, what's the plan now?
I think maybe you replace Terminus. Terminus with doesn't.
No,
do
I mean, what deck do you use after this one? Not what do you play, but what's the next deck?
Because I think Bladam, he made another true deck. He's not playing yours.
Yeah,
So-
but it's still kind of Zooish, actually. It's not going to win against this. Oh man. Lethal puzzle time. Can Mess find it? Okay. After some hard calculations. Got it. Okay. What's the next deck? But what the hell is that? Now this has to be a Blooded deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Actually,
just like playing every card he buffed to prove it's good or something.
no, this doesn't have mesmerize.
Okay.
But like Wolf Raven is super annoying against Liner
Yeah.
because Sunriser doesn't work. It's a known fact. But
He also plays Spirit of the Wild.
yeah, this deck looks kind of cool, but it has one problem. You just
Lose to
lose.
Regalia.
No, not you don't lose to Regalia. You just lose on turn 2.
Okay.
It's just it. Oh man, I guess Blatam isn't playing. It's Magset.
Yeah, I wonder who that is.
Yeah, definitely not Blatam.
A bronze player that won twice in tournaments.
Yeah. So I guess that's Feroka. Okay. Okay, what tile does he open? Jesus, so bad. Just unbelievable.
Yeah, you would have gone middle there, right? So,
Yeah, like 100% here. I don't think it's even a consideration because it's extremely unlikely you get a 3+2 with a hand you already.
yeah.
So, like, unless you intend to, like, Tempest and Riser turn 2 against Manor, which I'm not a big fan of. Right? Because, like, what I'm thinking is that he has Tempest, right? So,
Yeah.
his opponent either needs to kind of go middle tile and play into Tempest, or then take it and then you can still do your 4-drop thing. What's happening? I think there is a bit of desync, by the way, which isn't super critical. It's just that the player to hand is faster than the board plays.
So he goes double tail.
Yeah, I think that's the right way to do it.
I think Mez, like, he has to know that the Vanner has Snake Piercer. So I don't know where he plays his Sunriser. If he ramps, I don't know.
I don't think you play Sunriser. I think you go up and you play Windblade behind yourself. And
But it's
then
Mez, right? So he's not going to do that.
yes, he isn't going to do that, but I think that's what you're supposed to do. And then have just a gigantic Tempest after that. Because like nothing of that is actually threatening. Right? You actually want them to take mana tiles and play stuff right now, right?
Yeah. Looks like he's playing the Sunriser.
Yep. Oh man.
Okay.
Imagine if Heart Sister. You just imagine it. How lost this game would be.
Apparently, it's not a card. It's not a real card.
Yeah. I think you have to replace. I mean, actually, what do you have to replace? That's hard. Oh. So you could just not replace, but that's also garbage. So would you replace Fenrir, Primes? Or even... Actually, you can replace Snowpiercer.
Yeah.
Ah.
He
That,
replaced the Primus. Okay.
yeah, you know, this is actually playable, but a bit weird. He could, like, deal 12 damage this turn, you know? 14, actually.
And still lose anyway, because it's Lana.
Right. And we forgot to say who is going to win, but I guess, yeah, it's Lana.
I think it might be better if you lose to Lionel. You just like play Lio yourself with coin flip because
No. Look. It's there is a longer con here. So you lose to Lionel. You barely get out of the group stage at 4th place. And then you have an excuse to nerf Lionel because it's been so dominant during past month. Look at the team war stats. And then you nerf it. And all those people, they don't know what to do without Lionel. It's just a really long-term strategy.
yeah, I do know that a lot of people don't want to nerf Lionel. They just want to buff other things instead.
Yes.
Like this, besides like Grandmaster Humans, who like still wants Windblade to be a 3/3 or some shit.
Yeah. So my guess is that the plan Blatham's had here is to just get some crazy, Heart Sister, Spirit of the Wild play.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What the fuck's going on? What the fuck's going on? Okay. He replaces it anyway.
Yeah, I don't believe this game is actually winnable for Vanner at all. Well, like I don't know what has to happen for Vanner to win this. Yeah, spent another 30 seconds thinking, and nope, still no idea. Yeah, because it's like, at this point, even if you Jack's Profit, which by the way this deck doesn't have, still not going to happen.
Oh, he doesn't play Jax?
Yeah, this doesn't have Jax. So, like, I think this is the right play, except maybe for the general position, but this still doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Realistically, there's no way to finish a game.
There is, but it's kind of like something absolutely insane has to happen. Because you could technically just kill somebody with one bracket hit. That is a thing. Man, I thought he was going to play again just to make a point. It's like the annoying part about especially watching games like that is there are kind of decisions here, right? And there are, well, good decisions and possibly bad decisions, but none of that really matters, right?
Yeah, it's Lila. Doesn't matter.
It's not just Lionel, but just like after this specific board state, it's like, yeah, I don't think there is much you can do.
I also don't think it makes sense to not play Jax in Van already. Like, what's the point?
What's the point of playing Vanner without Jax?
Yeah.
That's great. I think he was in chat. Oh shit, I think there was an earthquake. And it's actually a fairly big one. Yeah, I'm having one. I think it's over. And I'm still alive.
I'm glad you have survived
Paul.
on this day.
Yeah. It's actually was one of the bigger ones. Oh man, all of that Iraqi setup just to die.
Yeah. I'm looking at his deck. He also plays Sword for some reason. I don't know why.
Place what?
No, Twilight Sorcerer.
Oh, it's just a good card. You know, for prolonged games and stuff.
Yeah, but I
Then
feel
this-
like if you go late game, you still lose anyway. Like with
Yeah,
this deck, you have no.
No, you can win with this deck. You can just, slowly chip them down and then, Spirit of the Wild kind of stuff. And Stork is actually really good against Liner. And so are Dancing Blades. Oh man. Wait. No, don't wait. For some reason I thought there was a reason to discard the top area. But no, there is no reason. Man, imagine
You might as well concede it.
Yeah, like imagine having a faction with like 40 healing and 20 out of hand damage play against a faction with 0 healing and 2 out of hand damage.
You have 3 if you play Flamebot, but he doesn't do that.
Cool. That will certainly help you to finish the game faster.
Yeah. Still not conceding.
Nope.
But he didn't draw Wolf Raven either. Like I don't think he drew a single.
Yeah, but this specific game it would have mattered.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Hey, actually not over yet. Wait, is he not going to Tempest?
I mean, it's Mez, so.
I'm so hyper confused.
This is top tier.
I guess he's just saving it for Lethals or something, but like
No, I think yeah, he might be saving it for next game too.
yeah, for next week, something. Like I would have played Tampa's double silver guard like 100%. Just seems like a no-brainer to me. Oh, he had 7. No, he had 8. Okay, then. Then I'm just stupid. Which doesn't mean that was the right play. It just means I'm stupid. Hey, look, Hailstone. Now at this point, this is the ultimate colors casting. Not only like you tell the result of the game turn 1, you trash talk the players, and you're also wrong. Just we're checking all the boxes.
Like the only way for Vera to win is to just I don't know, have healing and that's just like AFK for 4 turns or some shit. Like there's no way for you to.
Okay, here it comes. 3, 2, 1, Tempest. Let's go. And ideally replace the Holy Militia. On. That's good enough. That's game.
Yep.
And what did we lose to?
I don't know.
Come on.
Regalia?
Exactly. Just some casual 4 mana, 2 damage.
Yep.
Okay, finally we have the matchup.
Okay, this is the Coaster Driver line.
Yeah, or J-Liner. Same thing, actually.
He plays like 5, 6, 6 1 off, yeah.
Yeah. So Jay is going to lose because he has 2 Spirit Harvesters and Maz has 3.
Yeah, he even has like a version where he cuts the Seared Harvester.
Yeah.
Pretty innovative deck building.
Yeah, but jokes aside, his deck is probably favored. But we will see.
Would you
we
consider
know-
playing? Would you consider playing Rust Crawler for the mirror, like in Teamwars?
Yes, of course. 100%. If you want a bit liner, you could just queue like fatigue-ish liner. You know, maybe still with late game, but with like the fatigue stuff. With like Rust
Why would
Crawlers.
Jake keep? Why would Jake keep the Shroud? What the fuck? Okay.
Because he's insane. I mean, it's one of you're not getting it back. Okay, tile. Nice. Finally, a good player. And it's not going to matter. In fact, he's probably going to be worse off because he did it. Now he won't be able to actually play Regalia and clear the Silverguard, right?
Yeah.
And after that, he's going to lose to Regalia. Oh, interesting. Actually, like hyper interesting. Okay, so we're going to have to make a bet in a moment
Yeah.
after Jay finishes his turn. And I'm starting to think he's going to do something insane.
I mean, it's Jay, right? So.
Yeah. Okay, I think Mizuji is going to win.
Yeah. Because if you just play Cliff, you lose next time.
Imagine if he just plays Regalia and passes. Oh, God. You know, I'm starting to think that, like, you know, I have this curse where all the games I play are cursed. But
Yeah.
it might be that I kind of did a time travel thing and cursed these games because we're casting them. Because this is definitely something cursed. he's going to do it. And pass, right? So what do you do here?
I don't think you keep Tempest.
You keep what?
I don't think you keep Tempest though.
Not sure. It's actually really good when you split the board like that. But I think the play here is to play Ironcliffe in the bottom left corner and pass.
Okay. Let's see. Is he gonna do that?
No. He's not. No, Christ. It's not playing into Decimate. It's baiting Decimate. Very important. If it's on purpose, that's not playing into. You know, all this thinking, and in the end, he's just going to get martyrdom. Just, you know, he probably rolled, like, thought really hard about this turn. Actually,
Yeah.
now Jake kind of looks favored with a hand like that. No, so here is the problem. So he can play Ironcliffe next turn, right?
Yeah.
But after that, he doesn't actually have a good turn, most likely. Right? Because he'll be at 6 mana and he wouldn't be able to play one of his zeros. Okay. That is one martyrdom down. Also, some Swedish ordering right here. Actually, no, never mind. He was full health anyways, right? Didn't actually matter. Oh man. Sand drop. Wait. This almost looks as though Jay is going to lose to Regalia.
Yeah. What a surprise.
Yeah, and I really don't like this zero plays. I think he could have just played Cliff, honestly, and capped his hand. Because, like, right, you know, the only removal you could get here is Martyrdom, and then you're fine. Just get healed. Yeah, so if I were Jay, my plan would have been keep both his ears, play Ironcliffe this turn, then do a clear next turn, and after that start spamming Zeers. I think, yeah, that replace was very questionable. And it looks like he's going to lose to Regalia.
3-4 times in a row.
Yep.
Like this kind of deck, like Ness is playing late game, you could lose to some like Abyssian cheese or like Maelstrom, but just never gets there.
This deck he's playing is actually beatable with Vitruvian. The only problem is Singer.
Yeah.
But you can actually beat.
No, but if you play Zeus, you just lose to Sunrise anyway.
No, not necessarily. It depends on the exact Zoo build. Because one of the things you can do is you can actually steal both the Sunriser and, more importantly, Ironcliffe. It's like, if you steal an Ironcliffe, you just get healed for 10, essentially.
Yeah.
It's really good. like the main problem for Zoo is actually Sinja, because there is nothing in your deck to deal with it.
And sometimes I see like if that goes second, and then they open Portal Guardian, if it gets Martyrdom, you might as well just concede also.
No, not always actually, because if you have Portal Guardian with Dream Gazer and it gets martyrdom, it's actually still playable.
Okay.
Because Dream Gazer really helps, because if you have a good turn after that, you can actually clear whatever they played with the Dream Gazer and then have a game. But if they have like a good turn even after that, I mean, if Liner has a good turn after you do all that stuff, then yeah, you're screwed. But just
So
removing the first Portal Guardian isn't enough, actually.
So did Mess use 2 Martyrdoms already?
Yes.
Maybe Jay is still fine if he plays Zia here? I don't know.
Highly unlikely. Because, like, I think Sinja has to come out
Yeah.
because of the amount of pressure it applies.
I remember in network test, I thought Sinjo was like a beam card still, because in like one draw it was garbage, right? It was unplayable.
Some people played it, but yeah, it wasn't that great, and I guess Sinja isn't coming, which is very interesting. You know, Iron Cliff isn't really as scary without Divine Bond, right? It's just the biggest Silver Guard, essentially. So, not convinced by this turn. If I'm Jay, I'm just slamming Zero. Just like YOLO slams here. But I don't think he's doing that.
Yeah, because otherwise, how you win? How do you win this?
I don't know. Disconnect, drop hack. But yeah, if he were doing that, he should have done it before moving the blood tier. Why would you play a 7-drop into a 5-card live hand? And you haven't seen a martyr because of the opponent's health total. So the plan here would be to play Sinja, force them to respond to it, which means they are unlikely to make a good turn because they can't really play 2+5 because they already played a bunch of Iron Cliffs. That's unlikely. And that means you're very likely to follow up with a Sunriser. Right, so the idea is to just apply pressure.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Because
what Jay was thinking there, not playing Zero. I don't know. I don't know why.
yeah, I mean that's kind of loser mentality or something. But like that's why I was kind of the opinion Mess should have played Singe last turn, because look at this turn, kind of really meh. Right? This is just hoping they don't get removal this time.
Yeah.
And I guess this is what's going to happen. But yeah, like I wouldn't have mastered last turn if I were Jay. It seems like, you know, a reflex because you're used to being scared of Iron Cliffs. And
Yeah.
I don't think he had a good reason to do that. And now he's actually kind of screwed. Mm. I think you replace Silverguard, but I'm not sure. Okay, that is unplayable. No, I guess the play here is Silverguard Knight, Holy Malation on 3 units, and then concede. That's probably what you do.
Like he says here, okay.
Yeah, and I think that's like the only choice he has. But yeah, he really should have played it last turn. Circle of Life. But yeah, I think Maz is like super favored for one simple reason. Just he hasn't played a single Sunrise, right? Not a single one.
Yeah.
And the health totals don't look great. So he could just kill Jay like quite reliably.
But I wonder why he put in one of Circle of Life. It's not really good against anything that people play.
Well, no, I think it's quite alright because you can trade with stuff like Sinjas with some other minions. You can kill 4 wins, it's just an additional heal, and most importantly, it kills Spirit Harvester, you know?
Yeah.
Very
But
important.
Harvester is like pretty garbage against Lionheart.
It's not about being good, it's about sending a message. Okay, that's a Tempest play. Okay, let's see. Is Jay going to screw this up? You know, very tense moment. Is he going to Healing Mystic first?
He's thinking about it. Thinking
Yeah.
about playing this.
Yeah, he just avoided the decision. Okay, so any cheap heal is lethal. Holy Malation is lethal. That's not lethal, but that is a Regalia.
Yeah, so Jay's gonna lose.
And I think you just played here, right? I think you just Tempest, Regalia, Windblade. Oh, but Regalia first doesn't actually matter. Just make sure you Tempest before you hit. That is the most important part.
Yeah, there isn't really another play.
Well, you could just run away.
Doesn't matter where you put the win play.
Don't you like get this feeling that almost every single game we watch is like decided turn 2, but it still goes on for ages? And a feeling like that. Because so far we have been right every single time, right? With the predictions. Yeah.
I think the play
so
here is to block here yourself.
no. The play here is heal yourself, then Regalia, kill the 4/3, and then play Blood Tear to block the enemy general, and just use Blood Tear on yourself. Right? So basically,
Okay.
similar play to yours, but a bit more sophisticated.
Interesting. Seems like he's doing your play.
I don't know. Did not block here.
Yeah, I called out a misplay.
Yeah, very extreme turn. No idea what you do. I think you replace Windblade, actually. Yep, this is what happens. And I guess you just play 4+4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it really like matters. Like, if Jay had a bit of health, or if he wasn't in the corner, I think he would have had like a very small, bad a chance. But considering he's both in the corner and has no health, this just looks like happening.
You can technically clear board here.
Yes, and the way you do it is you start by hitting Sunrise with your face.
Yeah.
Then the board is totally clear. You can also remove the Rugami. But
Oh.
he is almost dead, right? I guess hand drop is lethal. It's not it.
Who doesn't have it? Who doesn't?
Mm, This is actually quite interesting. So I don't think you play around Hall Immolation. Yeah, you do this. And this makes...
Oh, he's playing the Light Tracer.
Yeah, I would have done the same. But the positioning is a bit questionable if you're not going to block with the Mystic. Okay, that's maybe better. But like, what I would have done is I would have played the same cards, but it was around the enemy general with my 2-drops. Just to make sure Sunriser leaves. Because now you can actually play 0 and walk into Sunriser. It's not ideal. And if Sunriser leaves, then it's like definitely over.
Okay, so Jay gets his other, like the others here.
Yeah, but yeah, like man, if Mess preserved Sunriser last turn, the other play, I think that's like 100% over. But now, okay, never mind. We're just going to kind of screw ourselves.
So it still doesn't matter.
So 7-9. Get one more heal or in like damage spell. Holima. Does Holima do it? Man, I don't know. I need to sleep. I think you replace Silver God like 100%. Doesn't make sense for me to keep it. And actually, this doesn't even matter if you can like replace into something good, because he's just removing Jay's entire deck. That's basically what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But,
No
like,
way you keep Silver God.
no, there is an argument to do that. It's just a good chunk of stats. You could just play this hand, but yeah, I don't really like it. I would have replaced it. I guess now we're going to keep Sunrise alive. But yeah, that's just the biggest whole innovation in my life. Or maybe not. Okay, what is the next deck you play?
Still not conceding.
Yeah,
Impressive.
totally close game. No copium involved. Man, I wish you could hold immolate enemy minions.
Oh, he does concede. That's
Yeah,
the right play for it. Holy
impressive.
shit.
Okay, it's Magma.
Okay, so Magmar.
With 1x clause.
One of
This
that.
this is actually like, it looks like anti-ladder Magma. Which is
Yeah.
funny because you could have played it earlier, I guess.
Yeah.
And
Well, I think
it's actually, sorry,
you could
it's
have
also
played more than one clause.
played what? A lot of claws?
No, you could have played more than one. Like, why would you play one off? I don't know. Against Lyo.
Just for a long game. But I think it's also like an anti-liner, anti-Abyssian Magma, because it has double sphere. And this card
Yeah,
really screws with that matchup. Oh, look, Harvester. Oh, look, he replaced Harvester. Okay, let's see. This
he
is one
plays
case where.
Pretty interesting.
Plays what?
Archon.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's an anti-liner deck, because Archon is really good against liner. It's super annoying. Played on 5 mana, they don't know what to do. Okay, I think once we see the replays, we will know the result of the game.
Okay.
Okay, I want to see what he draws. So, who do you think wins this?
Magmar wins.
I feel the same. Okay, now I know why. I had the same feeling, I just couldn't understand why do I feel that way. Because it's kind of like looking at Liner hand with the Regalias, he feels kind of screwed, but now there is no Dumbo Regalia. So I guess that's out.
Top tier place.
Yeah. They're really confusing, but yeah, no, I'm sure Nightmare actually wins. See, this is why you only run one clause, because you always get it. Almost feels as if it's Jay playing and not Magnus, like honestly.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's such close value. It's just insane.
Imagine if he plays that frenzy shit. Artifact.
Yeah, he doesn't, but like, if I were Mizilja, I would have at least thought about that. And I don't think he did think about that. Just, looking at the board. So, that's actually an interesting play. And I think there is an argument to play double 2 and either replace Harkon or just keep the hand. And the reason I say all of that is because this deck plays double sphere.
Okay.
Stuff like that. So I think you have to double 2 and steal the mana tile. Doesn't seem like there is another choice.
What else are you gonna do? What else are you gonna do?
You could flash out Blood Tear and pass.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Mizilja's hand is a bit of a meme.
Yeah, he will need Mars and Tempest to clear Elder. Yeah, flush Elder.
Yeah, I think. Is this going to be another Regalia game?
He's thinking really hard about it.
Yeah, he's probably thinking whether or not he clears the artifact. That's like the annoying part here, right?
Yeah.
Because if the artifact stays, it's kind of like no matter what you do, it's kind of meh. Yeah.
Well, he just plays Tempest.
Okay. That is mildly questionable. I guess artifacts are scary.
Yeah.
Maybe there is some, trauma involved. Got beaten up by a lizard in Mandra, with Drogon or whatever it was called. Interesting that Chase decides to play into Holy Nation as much as possible. No, it's not Jade's back. But, yeah. He made a play that made me immediately think it's a Jay. Probably just Jay whispering in his ear. Actually, not just Holy Nation, right? Even Sunriser is playable here.
It would be hilarious if that's like now he keeps double Regalia.
I would totally keep Double Regalia here. Could even keep it in her hand and just not care. I think I would have cleared the Mystic with the Silver Guard just to deal 2 more to Elder. convinced by this play. But obviously he doesn't know this deck runs Earthsphere, which is probably going to win this game.
Yeah.
Now, here is a question. Do you Mecanter or do you meta? You meta. I have the answer for this replays. But yes, lizard lovers are going to think for a while. I also want to highlight something. I don't play for a week, and suddenly Magmar is our 5th pick to send it to the game. Something isn't quite right. I'm so sure, like, no man, there is no way Mecanter is the play here. Like, I refuse to believe this.
You get too low, right? You have Pivot General.
It's not just that you get too low, like, you have two metas. Like, clearly you play one of them. Like, I'm so sure about that. Because like this right now is so bad against like Tempest and a lot of stuff. Yes, you're also almost dead. I actually do find this play to be super questionable.
Can't draw Tempest.
Is Mez just going to play too little? Nope. Okay. A very complicated turn.
Yeah.
Calculated that on 7 mana this liner deck can hit you for 6 at most. I don't think that actually matters. Alright, so it's not about like health total exactly. Like my general idea would be that if you play Metamorphosis, they are more likely to play into Metamorphosis, because who keeps double meta in their hand?
I think from this point on, this is like really hard for him to win. It's way too hard to figure out.
Yeah, it's like if he doesn't win this turn and he doesn't win this turn, he just doesn't win ever. It's just not possible. Yeah, it's a really complicated turn. What do you do? Okay, so what decks do humans have?
They only lost with Raven.
Yeah, well then Liner. So yeah, what do you play against this? Probably Songhar or something. That would be my
But this
guess.
game probably like goes on forever. It's like they refuse to concede.
No, this game is over with the second Elder. I guess Jay's on tilt for some reason. You know what's interesting? Really? You saw that? He was about to play Elder. Like, get me out. I just want out. Oh, we. Jesus Christ. So apparently 14 minutes left in the match.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just plays the combo.
No, it's down to play the combo. Like, I don't think you do it.
Yeah, but they're really good at doing dumb things, right? So.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Oh, Floss Region. What the fuck?
Yeah, I would have flashed Rejuve as well. It's just, how do we continue on for 13 minutes with this game? I mean, why is every single game like that? It's like it's over, but not really. You have to continue looking at this. It's like, is this theoretically possible for Lionel to win this game? I'm not sure. Kind of don't think so.
The X Dispel, right? He played Bender.
Yes, he played Bender. It's like, you just Elder, right? That's it. Like, I would have actually kept the hand and just Elder. Well, if you're like a beta player, you could Harvester and heal, but realistically, you just Elder. But also just walk 2 down so that you don't play into anything crazy. It's a riddle. How does this game go on for 13 minutes? Do they just rope all the time? Like, is Mac going to rope? Just, where do I go? Oh, that's
maybe
an
Mess
assertion.
like draw Tempest and just clears it. I don't know.
But I don't think that matters.
Because you just play the third.
If you play Tempest, you just play Harvester heal. That's it. Okay, there was the kind of interesting play here, right? Because you could play Sunrise and Martyrdom and then silence the egg. This gets a bit annoying. Why would he hit it? Still confused. Like, especially, we have like Jay, he likes to play natural selection. Why not keep an egg? Okay, so now you can rush out Harvester and just kind of clear this stuff, right? Yeah. Mess has an interesting hand, by the way. I'm starting to understand why does this go on.
Yeah.
How many flashes left? I think 2. There was 1 flash out there, and that's it. Oh no, there was flash Rejuve as well. So I guess 1 flash left. Oh really?
Oh, he plays the blade instead.
It is very interesting. That's a nice hand. Are we going to see an on-board Holy Immolation on a Shroud?
Holy
Like,
shit.
this is actually going to happen. Okay, well, that's good. Maybe he's going to. He still has a Sunriser, right? He played two.
Yeah,
I don't think he played three. I'm not sure.
but this deck, he doesn't play Crawler, so it's annoying. Like, the only way... You need another Fendi or something.
Well, you could just play Harvester into Harvester. Kind of difficult to deal with. You know, it's going to be really funny if he loses to Harvester because he doesn't draw his one of Circle, which, as you said, is that needed because Harvester isn't that good against Liner. It would be really ironic. By the way, here is another Vindicator.
You just have Sphere Hollister, obviously.
Yes, absolutely.
But where will you put it, the cards there?
I mean, you could rush it out. Just break the Regalia this turn. That is a play. I'm not sure if that's a good play, but like if you look at the card count, that is a thing you can do. Because like the idea would be that it puts some pressure on the enemy so that it gets harder to do something. But yeah, I think this is good actually. Just on 3 cards, this Harvester is kind of complicated to deal with. Unless this happens. But that's not even good, right?
Yeah.
This is one of the absolute best hands to actually have in a situation like that. Because you remove the Harvester and you also play a 4 damage minion. So, you can't get countered. But I think it's still not that great.
Well, I think they could be thinking that they don't play triple out. Just like play 2 or something. Like, that has to be something they're thinking about. So maybe he just used Martyrdom. I
What
don't
in
know.
the hell? This is like a play, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's a right play. You could actually just slam an Elder in his face now.
Yeah.
But I think you could also just rush out a Rejuve, and that's it. That is also a play. What else can you do? You can do something insane. But that looks like a Rejuve.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Well, you could also rush out a 5-drop. And I'm not even sure which one of those would be dumber. Arkham that just dies, or Harvester that not only dies, but also screws you over against automation. Interestingly enough, he hits.
Yeah.
It's not so obvious. Now, here is the question. Does it run 2 Vindicators or 3? Because he played 2. I think he runs 2. Which means there are no like out of hand lethals anymore. Aside from Cantors.
No, he runs free actually.
3. Interesting. Okay. Just replace them together. Wait.
Wait, it's not the last bar. Fuck.
I'm extremely confused. But now that was some Swedish order. Okay, just
Oops.
get the last, metamorphosis and good. Actually, even if you do, you're not really good, but kind of good.
What do you do here?
Just play 5-2-2 without playing Healing Mystic. Because once again, this isn't as threatening as it might look. Could also play Elder, yeah. I would have played 5-2. Okay, and the next turn is going to be insane, by the way. We're going to play essentially Meta Flash Harvester without having to play Flash Harvester, which is pretty good. You know, Harper, something to point out. In your setup, you can't see how many cards player 1 has left.
Yeah.
So right now we kind of know how many cards Mizilja has. We don't know how Swag has.
It's an unfortunate consequence of doing what we're doing here.
Yeah, I'm thinking more like, in case some people didn't know, I'm like a developer for the game or something, and maybe we could fix that. But I don't put too much hope into that. I'm surprised he didn't go for like a great play where he healed. Wait, it's not even a great play, right? That's just a straight up misplay. So what he had to do is hit the 2-3 with his Ironcliffe so that he can heal it and get 2 more damage. Well, it doesn't matter because this still dies to pretty much anything they can play in his hand. But yeah, I think that was wrong.
You probably don't keep Archon.
Possibly. There is still one more Mercantry left, right? So, like, one somewhat bizarre thing you could do is just Mercantry here. Like Mercantry plus Healing Mystic or something.
Yeah.
That is kind of weird, but that is a play. And actually, you could even, like, this is getting into completely insane territory, but you could Mercantry without hitting the Ironcliffe, so that you then heal the Mercantry back to full. But that's like some insane stuff, honestly. So he is going for the less insane version. Yeah, so I don't know how many cards Mark has left, but just judging by his plays, it definitely feels like a fatigue mindset.
Yeah.
So I think he's like ahead or even on that.
I
I
mean,
don't
here you
think
have.
Soroka just made the most Soroka comment. Remember that turn before where he didn't buff his own Light Chaser? And Soroka is like, this played on natural selection. Which is like the most Soroka comment ever. He happened to play right into Mekantra. But yeah, at least we played around natural selection. Wish I was sleeping more than 3 hours and I would be able to remember what cards Mizilch has left. But he still has both Singers, right?
Yeah, he hasn't played it.
That's really bizarre, right? So it's double Singer in bottom 10. Really kind of interesting.
I don't
Also-
think like they would expect double. Like they play Sphere, Triple Elder. They won't. They wouldn't expect this.
Well, they think Triple Elder is already out, right? So, and like this Ironcliff is literally dying to a single Mekantra, essentially. Just 2k damage. And by the way, this looks like we are once again one step away from losing to Regalia. No, the usual. So I
Well,
think,
you can clear it. Clear it.
yeah, you can clear it, but that's kind of a lot of cards. But so I think all Holy Revelations are out, but there is still 2 Singes. Something like that. Okay, that's an Archon. Well, that's good, right? Because you can't be hit by 2 minions, or 2 units, I guess. I mean, how does Mizilj does? How does he do it? It's like his hand is so bad. He's literally getting Wagner's act, you know?
Yeah. This turn is so unplayable. What the fuck do you do?
Yeah, I think if you're going for fatigue, those are among the cards you want to keep at your bottom 6, right? To just never play. But I think the play here is you just move to the left and you don't play anything.
Yeah, but the way they are playing looks like they want to kill Star. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Once again, I don't know how many cards Ragnarok has left. Okay. That is a play as well. So I think what's going to happen is Mizilji is going to stack Regales and then just lose to Vindicator double blood here.
I think there is a way you can win with it. Because like Regalia blocks for the damage now.
Yes, that is true.
And like most Magmar doesn't play Sphere anyway. He just like doesn't know it.
Well, he already saw one.
He played
Yeah,
one,
sure. Yeah, he knows. Oh, that's really good. Like, veteran in late game against Liner is just, it's so good. Just casual double Archon. You could spend your entire turn to play 2-drop Holy Malation now. Except you could play third Archon. Yeah, I'm so confused. Where is the Sinja? He hasn't played a single one, right?
Yeah.
Chat up. Are we crazy? We're not crazy, right? Okay, he just
No, we
replaced.
haven't seen one. We haven't seen one.
I think there was like desync or something. I don't know. Because I saw Mizilja replace on the board, but I didn't see anything change in his hand. Yeah, seems like there was like
Yeah,
a delay or something.
sometimes the replays the second hand because it's using browser client will get out of sync.
Interesting. Okay, what is the draw here? We are about to find out. I mean, there is like he has double Singe, right? I mean, I'm thinking one of three things. Either we are all insane and we miss something, or he is the unluckiest person on earth except for me, or this is disqualification material.
Yeah, the second deck game.
Yeah. Wait, remember what I told you? He'll play double Regalia and lose to double Blaster. Oh man, Rag is so greedy. He even hit it with his face. That's some greed.
And just as a reminder to everyone, since we've passed the 30-35 minute mark in the match, I sped the replay speed up for the finish.
Yeah, that's not really showing. And yeah, is there a button to speed up thinking? Thinking speed, 2x. Gameplay speed, 1x.
Like, even if Whack doesn't clear Regalia, like Lila can't clear Speed. There's no way.
Yeah. But you can with like Tempest and stuff. There are ways. Yeah, that's last Holy Malation. But like, a Sinjai? Anyone? Okay, she still didn't draw because there was like this delay thing. Okay. So now we're going to see Sinjai. Okay, he actually has it. That's good to know. I like this play.
What the fuck is he doing?
It's
What is
like
he doing?
playing a counter, then roll.
Doing?
This is psychological warfare at its finest. Oh man. I think that stamp has to just mass heal or something. But you can't really do that. You have to play 3 cards at most. Ideally 2 cards because there is Duelyst Sinja. Oh man, it's so annoying because you also can't like Sinja and Tempest.
Yeah.
Even though the positioning doesn't allow it anyways, but yeah, kind of super annoying.
I think it is probably better to play with fatigue. Like after you clear the Flat Elder, you just walk away.
Yeah, I think. Well, first of all, you play Sewin. He didn't play a single Sinja, right? And he has 2.
Yeah.
Where is the second one? And that is a play. And he is dead. And I just want to see what he draws. Is he like roping? Like he made his turn and he just.
Yeah, he he is.
Look at this hand. He still doesn't have a second Sinja, right? That's the first one. Just wait, no, but back from the past, don't do it. Because if he kills Mizilja now, we will never know if he has the second one in his deck. The mystery remains unsolved. Was it the right deck? We really don't know. Okay.
So
That was
now we all
actually.
okay.
So Mr. Ferrol is saying that was actually a good game. Don't know why people dislike long games. Because, as we said, after turn 2, Magmar is going to win. And guess what's happened? Magmar has won. That is a Vitruvian deck for sure.
Yeah, they didn't actually go Songhai. Pretty interesting.
So
Maybe
that's like,
because I don't know.
man, this is like, yeah, like a 39 dispel target for Vitruvian, right?
They also know they don't have a natural selection.
Right. And no, like early game. So I actually think this Vitruvian deck beats Magmar, especially this kind of Magmar.
And he
And
goes
he's going
first.
first.
So it's
Yes. Easy win. And he has a deck. GG. Nothing beats the deck. No bag. I don't remember why, but I was disappointed. That is for sure.
the Magmar deck also doesn't have this spell. So like, you're only placed to stall for the combo, the 8 mana meta combo. Like you can't deal with wobbles at all.
No, you can't. You just flash Macanther. Or I guess flash Harvester. Yeah, this is the kind of positioning you use when you know they don't run Dispel.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's see until turn 2. But for now, I actually think the True Win is going to win with this one.
You used to play Vindy here, right? What else?
I don't think he replaced yet. I think he replaced first. Well, quite possibly. Could also replace your deck. You know, just go next. Like this. So, yes or no? Like, this situation right now is one of the most depressing things in Duelyst. When you play against obelisks, and they have an obelisk turn 1, and you don't have a good play against it. So it's like one of the most depressing things ever.
I say yes, and especially when their dervish spawns like that. That's when it's the
Yeah.
most depressing.
Oh man, you can play Primus, second obelisk, and then also first wish the Primus. So Vitruvian wins. That's what I want to say. Like, so just ducked. Real talk though, I would swap them. I would place obelisk in the middle, Primus on the bottom. And I think your first wish Primus 100%, you take the tile. That is disappointing. This kind of plays around Flash Harvester, but not really. And this looks over.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Chocobo has a Duck Obelisk emote. But even more surprising, I'm subscribed to him. So, I don't know what exact play Rag is going to do, but I know that it's going to suck. That is 100% certain, with a hand on the board like that. And like, I don't think this match is winnable like at all. It's just
Yeah.
super GG.
Playing for information.
Yeah. Wanted to play the concede play here? I would have played it one turn ago. just let go next. It's like, hey Blatom, you wanted to play the true and go 6-0. Now is your chance. Good luck. Okay. At least you won the spawn roulette on this one. Yeah, so here's an interesting thing. Like, if you go by reflexes, you probably want to kill Vindicator, right? Just like,
Yeah.
if you don't think about it. But that's dumb because it's already used its effect, right? It's just a 1-3, doesn't do anything. But like, kind of, if you think about it super reflexively, it's like, I need to clear it, right? It's still there. But this thing is just a 1-3, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, game is super over. And the reason I say that is that you could actually just play Portal Guardian. Like, I would have probably played Portal Guardian and first wished the Portal Guardian. And just let the thing live. This works too, but I will actually first bishop and just let the indicator to be on the board. Actually, it would even make things more interesting because then you keep a 1 damage minion on the board. And they kind of need to do something about it because there is a Portal Guardian.
Do you think it matters if Whack Flash Elder? Like, does it change anything?
Yes, Nanger gets more motivation to kill him faster. So yes, that would change something.
Scale doesn't do anything.
And the funny thing is that you can't really play Flash Elder because of the Elder change. Because
Yeah.
he has to play into Friendly and stuff.
It's some depressing shit.
Yeah. Just slam Scarab, man. Come on. No need to rush his cards, just slam Scarab. He could have moved one down in diagonal behind Elder still. Yes, that is true. Nah, I mean, like, it doesn't make sense to build a Magmar deck, like a liner counter Magmar deck, and then play it against Liner. Who does that? Obviously, if you build like a counter deck, you don't play it. No.
So Nanger actually plays the second Portal God. He doesn't play Scarab.
Yeah, because like this actually makes more sense in practical terms, because the only way you lose is if kind of game drags into some sort of nonsense or you die. And if you play Scarab, then you either have to stay next to them and you might die because of that, or you have to run away so that they can't hit you, and then it might drag into some sort of nonsense.
Yeah.
Because, like, practically speaking, there isn't much of a difference between Scarab and Portal Guardian against Magmar without no board, you know? It's like the same thing, they're both 7 health, basically.
Whack doesn't play Fortitude or Primus, so Flash Mechanic wouldn't clear this. Just like mega fuck.
No, you can actually clear this with Flash Mechanic because you play Bloodseer, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Man, so far, every single game we casted is over on turn 2. Damn. Okay, now we're going to see match of the century.
Yes.
And the only one I've actually watched, which is with River Mirror.
Yeah, so this Bloodhound deck, he doesn't play Siphon.
Yes, I don't think you should play Siphon with Ruin. Kind of feels like a really bad card, to be honest, right now.
Why do you think it's bad?
Because the value per card is really small. Like, it only makes sense in some sort of mid-range deck where you can play it with like a Scarab or something. But
Oh, okay.
it's like there is no body, it's just dispos. And there are very few things in the game that are worth just displaying, right? It's like Chakri, and that's it. There is nothing else. right? So it used to be good against Fenrir, but now it kind of isn't, right? Because before
Yeah.
that it would get rid of a 3/3, and now it just gets rid of a 3/2, which is something your general can do. Okay. Let's see. So, yeah, I have a lot of comments about this game. Well, a lot of comments per turn about this game, not a lot of comments at all. You know?
Why do you think you
But
opened middle?
because it's I actually kind of wanted to point out that he opened middle, but I don't know why exactly he what his reasoning was. Most likely that he doesn't really have a good play, but to me it feels more like a mind game because it's like the ultimate anti-Blackton turn, because Blackton doesn't really give just to slam things and give people initiative, because what I would have done is Blackton this turn one. I would have just played double two in the middle. Just play Oracle
Okay.
in the mana tab. And the reason for that is kind of like you might think that you shouldn't do it because they might have Fireblaze. But actually, if they have Fireblaze, this turn is much worse than the other one. Because, like, in general, against Obelisks, it's not really about like removal, especially in a deck with no removal. This one, right? It doesn't run Siphon. But what's important against Obelisks is taking their space. And let's say if Nangert had a Fireblaze and he just played it in this turn, then Platinum is just super screwed because he can't reach it ever. It's just a Fireblaze in the middle of the board. While if he did like a double two play, then that Fireblaze would either be in reach of the Primus, or it would at least be further away. But so just after those two turns and knowing the decks, I would have given it to Nangir, to be honest. Because, you play Portal Guardian against a deck that runs no removal.
Yeah.
Strong play.
Also, I'm pretty sure removal is non-existent. Sure. Do they have removal?
In Blackham's deck,
No, in the faction.
yes, you do have a well, at least you have this one. Yeah, so like the way this looks is that the plan for Blatham is to just try to choose a win.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think Mirror is one matchup where this doesn't really work. It is like super. It is almost regardless of what kind of Vitruvian deck either side is playing. Even if you're playing like a Face Monkey Mirror, even in that matchup, even in that case with those two decks, the matchup is still super board focused. Like chasing a win like that in Vitruvian Mirror is like super difficult. And I'm kind of curious what he's going to do. So he's going to play 3+3, which kind of makes sense. Could have also played Scarab. Yeah. So I guess you could just YOLO here. Kind of annoying that you don't have 6 mana and you can't play Lock. but at least you can play something. So yeah, I guess here you play like 2+1 plus Oasis. Try to surround them, set up some sort of insane lethal next turn. Okay, that's a setup.
There's like almost nothing you can do against Double Portal Guardian.
Well, you can still raise them, but kind of, one Iraqi grows faster than, or at the same speed as 2 Portal Guardians, ideally.
Yeah.
So that is doable. But one thing I would do here, I would actually try to surround Nangert with my stuff, so place Mystic behind him.
Oh, interesting.
Because now he can run away, and at this point I don't understand what your plan is. Right, I guess the plan is to kind of bait him into losing both Portal Guardians to like Blast and stuff like that. But what do you do after that? I am not convinced. How much damage can you do here? Primus is +5. Lawgiver is plus another 4, that's 9, 11, 14, 16, 18. 18 damage, right?
Yeah, I wonder who's gonna win.
I mean, there is a cool play here. You can kind of clear most of the board. Right, so you like Syzygy, give +2 damage to one of the clowns. Clear the obelisk. Clear the Portal Guardians. Clear one of 2/2s. Just run your general away, something like that.
It's pretty interesting. Nangrix, they also have 2 dominant wills, and he himself also plays Maelstrom.
Right.
Because usually you don't do that, do you? Like, you play Maelstrom normals, and I don't think most people do that.
No, that's actually like the traditional obelisk decks played Maelstrom. That was kind of the idea, actually. Because like back then the idea was that you backline a Portal Guardian, and then it kind of grows over time, and then you use the Maelstrom to walk it over. That was kind of the idea, actually. Like, way, way before. This turn is hyper-cursed because Bloodon could have cleared one of 2/2s with his minions and then not walk into them with his general and just not die. And actually, if he did do that, he would have had a very decent chance to win this game. But instead, he died.
Yeah. Match of the century.
Match of the century. Yeah, and regarding like the turn before that, where Nangert played into Blast, I think the play was to just do it patiently, not playing to Blast. Hit with one Portal Guardian, maybe. That's it. And you're totally fine. You don't actually have to rush it. Because technically, Blatom could have won that game because of this turn.
I wonder how things would
because
have turned out if he did the surround play that you mentioned. He could have returned a lot of damage there too.
yes, if he did the surround play, would get like much easier for Blatten to either return some damage or uh, to kind of uh, clear things if Nangus still went for a face play, but what it would have most likely caused. Actually, no, I was thinking that maybe it would have caused um, Nangus to clear the Mystic, but he couldn't because it was 6 health, and he could only deal 5 with like Dervish and his general, most likely. And that could have actually helped Blunt and prevent some damage because then it wasn't guaranteed that a Dervish spawn would reach his general or would spawn in a good place to get everything premised. So I think it would have been overall better. But I think the main thing is like Dengar kind of almost threw this game because, as I said, I don't think it almost ever makes sense to just try to yellow face and if it's really near. It's like it's a super board based matchup. So he could have just played it slow and win.
All right.
Okay, and I just want to point out we had 8 games, right?
Yes.
And they were all over on turn 2. And how much time did we spend? 2 hours and a half?
A little over.
Could have been 10 minutes.
10 minutes would make my
Well,
cast a little less interesting, perhaps, but
I'm not sure about that, man. I think the first 2 turns were the most exciting in every single game. You should consider that, right? You plan to cast like the games other casters don't cover, right? Something like that. No? That's a
uh,
myth.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, you plan to do that, right?
yeah.
So I just told you how to save on time.
I mean, I
Just
suppose I have the knowledge
cast the
and the
turn.
know-how to
Yes.
just be like, all right, here's a prediction, and here's the result, guys. 2 turns in, it just doesn't feel the
Like
same there.
no, like 80% of the time it works 100% of the time. Trust me, and it's been this way for like 7 years. It's the coldest cast way. This is how you do it. Just turn 2, game is over every single time.
Decoy your audience, yeah, wants face cam. At least Nanger does.
No, that's the next episode. For now, we just have my face cam.
All right, well, that was Lizard Lovers and Humans coming out ahead. That puts them 5-1 as of week 6, securing the second place position. We are done for today, so thank you guys for joining me and doing the Team Wars 2 commentary. I appreciate it a lot. You have any closing thoughts you want to share? Otherwise, we can head out for the morning.
Yes, I want to apologize for the behavior of my team.
I'm sure the other teams don't mind the behavior of your team.
They don't, but probably the viewers do. They
Mm.
don't want the games that are over on turn 2.
You'll have to
So
give your team a stern talking to.
yes, you need to discipline them.
It's like, I didn't play.
Yeah, the Piroka rolled so hard he didn't make it to the match.
Alright, how about you, Decoy? Any last words before I shut this down?
Nerf
Just
Sunrise.
Nerf
I,
Sunrise.
I was so scared when you said like any last words before shut this down because like immediately I got this picture in my head.
I have complete faith in Decoy. Appreciated having you
I
join
do too.
us as well, Decoy.
And I want to say special thank you to Decoy for being half of our player base. That is
Yeah.
very much welcome.
Let's check Steam chart right now, actually.
Check what?
Decoy single-handedly
Steam
holding the
chart.
numbers up.
Yes.
37 players.
Decoy, if you would, without revealing the identities of them, but how many accounts do you run currently?
The correct answer is yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
gotcha. Half at S rank, top 20 at least, says Faruka. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll shut down the stream here. We'll have more Team Wars casts coming, I don't know when. I'm gonna go to bed now. Maybe it'll be later tonight, maybe it'll be like Saturday morning or something.